Hi. Welcome to my channel. I'm Marge, I'm Hilka, I'm empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things, and it's kind of a somber kind of a morning. A little somber. Been up for a few hours. I got up early. My mom got up early. But what's early when all time is divine, right? How about at a different time? We got up at different times than we ordinarily get up. But that's what you get when you get set in patterns, right? And then when the pattern changes, it feels like your whole world falls apart. I keep trying to remember to go with the flow, and then I fall back into that humanistic mentality. Sometimes I could be a mental midget too, because I forget I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and then I let my ego start swinging. That swinging ego, man. It gets people in trouble. I try to learn from my mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I speak openly, honestly, directly about the mistakes I've made in my life, about the ones that I make, still to this day, ones historically, and I do this because I don't want to repeat the same mistakes, because then that's how history becomes your present. Nothing changes. We have astrology to let people know, to see the cycles in themselves and the behaviors. Are people going to keep doing things to serve their highest good, or to serve the highest good for all? Are you one of many, or are you just the one? It's all that heart space, and there's different variances. We're all just different shades of one color spectrum. Where your heartbeat sits in that shade is determined on that color wheel, is determined by your behavior. I can be just as egomaniacal as, well, K-Pacha. I never liked the guy. I never did. It just seemed creepy to me, but I know what evil feels like, because creeps have put their parts on me, chasing sensations and trying to take essence since I was 10 months old. That was the first account. Then I got big enough where I could fight back, and then it don't happen no more. See, because the creepertons, they go after the good. They go after the seemingly feeble, the seemingly weak. So it's kind of cute when they come at me, and then I could give them Heyoka right back. And because mostly the perverts, the abusers of power, the people that get you to fall in their graces, I'm just here to help you. Let's, all that stuff, Give me all your money so I could teach you. Money ain't real. When people spend that much money, that should be a tell right there. That's why I'm cool with all this shut up, man. I'm cool with it. I don't got no friends anyway. People don't want me at their conventions. I've been at conventions around the world. Dude, a music concert is a convention of like-minded individuals that give all their money to support one idea. People abuse power all over the place, because what do they do with that? All that worship that you give them, all that appreciation that you give them, all that money that you give them to pay them with their merch and all that shit. Everything that you do to co-sign their ego, what do they do with it? They put it in the bank. You put it in the bank, they go wherever they want, they do whatever they want, they eat whatever they want. We live in cycles, and people are supposed to, every time, a birthday comes around, they're supposed to look back and go, God, am I getting more fit? Am I getting more active in life? Am I getting more? Am I becoming more in my spirit? Or am I just fucking going to the same job 5 days a week, going on vacation the same places every year, eating the same pizza night on the 1st and the 15th on payday or around payday, and just doing this, just Groundhog's Day. I see a split of a world between the Groundhog Dayers in 3D land and the spiritual minded. Spirit and ego, it's always the split I see. Spirit and ego, where's the spirit in that? When people are like, black man Spectrometers, Black Bubba. Where's the spirit in that? It's just another club. It's just another organization. We have enough. I got a job note. I saw somebody hiring for line trimmers. Line trimmers to trim the lines away from the power lines. $20 an hour. Come out. Company I never heard before, because that's what they do. Is you just, you know, everybody can make a company. Everybody could just, you know, you just get the right support, the right backing. Everybody could do it. Everybody but me. I don't get to. Universe says, no, Marge, you just make your stupid little videos and talk about spirit and ego, and then just watch the world flush itself down the toilet because people can't figure it out. Anybody else think K-Pacha was a pervert? I freaking knew it, dude. He and I had one exchange in a chat, and I was like, hey, are there any, this was a couple years ago, any Heyoka around there? And he's like, oh, by no means no. But no, absolutely not. I mean, and he's like, no, third eye, no, not here. And I was just like, what a weird thing to say. But he's a weird guy, and he takes advantage, abuse of power, you know. When you got these and see, that's the thing, is he's Virgo, from what I understand, and they do dip too much into their feminine side. You know, you can tell with his long Virgo, pretty feminine hair, you know. He talks about his free love, you know, spreading the free love. You know, that's why people like me just believe in monogamy. It keeps you out of trouble. If I don't go put my parts, rubbing on my parts against other people's parts, chasing sensations, then nobody ever has to come back and say, she did this. I just don't do it. I've always been, you know. People are like, you hate men. Yeah, well, you know, I was raped when I was a baby, you know, and I've had a lot of other really nasty encounters with men. I wouldn't say I hate men. I just am very skeptical and very leery of you know, and it's always cool until they make it creepy and perverted. And, you know, hey, are you sure? Are you sure you're gay? I bet I could fix that. I bet you know how many men have freaking have said that they could just fix something that was wrong with me, that was actually broken by a pervert to begin with. See how that works, you know? But hey, they're so powerful because their dicks are that big of a deal, dude. They're so powerful, women buy pretend ones and just cut out the middleman now. If they're that big of a deal, would all those men need Viagra on a daily basis to freaking really, you know? It's placebo. It's what you tell yourself, man. You tell yourself you ain't a man, then you ain't a man, you know. And then, but you tell yourself you're such a man. You're so important. You're so, women, you need to spread that seed. That seed, you got to spread your golden seed, because your seed and your DNA is just oh so. So what? Ask him, dude. I worked around men my whole entire life, man. I was in the military. You know, I've always worked men jobs. I've been in computers. I've been around men. They ain't that deep. You don't really, I mean, a lot of guys, you know, that are balanced, these are the men that are in balance. I'm talking about the men that are in balance, that are so far in their masculine or their feminine. In masculine and feminine energy, they have different representations to different people. I speak on my frame of reference, so if somebody else gets their little fucking feelings hurt because of something I say based on my little fucking frame of reference, then get the fuck out of here, because ain't no little bitches need to be here, because this is a grown-up channel. No kids allowed. This is where the grown-ups hang, and they talk about grown-up shit, like these fucking teachers, practitioners, K-Pachas. I knew that guy was a scumbag, and thank goodness Marge Astrology likes to gossip, because I never would have known about it. It would have been prolonged. She likes to gossip, so. Did you hear about K-Pacha? His shadow side came out, so I'm gossiping too. I'm just like, dude, this is what gossip is. So I ain't insane. I'm gossiping too, you know. And I read Gypsy. I listened to her account and her story, and I'm just like, I loved a girl that went toward, we were like, I was like 7 years older. She was like in my mind at that time of like what my dream girl was, right? And I was gonna go meet her and introduce myself to her at a conference where people, friends of Bill W. hang out, talk about experience, strength, the hope, and recovery, and that you don't have to live that way and take that drug or do that booze or whatever. You know, it's just a conference, right? Everybody's all fired up and excited, and it's the first night, and it's, you know, you dress up. Every night has a different, you know, there's Friday night is ice cream social night. I always got to do that. I made a mess. You know, I got to participate in that. And I didn't go talk to that girl because she was already talking. She was 21 at 22 at 21 at the time. I was like 26, 27, 26. And I was like, oh, I can't interrupt this conversation. She was talking to the speaker. The speaker. The speaker. That dude was an eloquent speaker. He was a cop from Philadelphia. He did a stint in the Air Force. I always thought it was weird, though, because he told a story about his mom, and then he left it all open-ended. It's because he's a scumbag. They lead your line of thinking. It's what they do. Anyway, they're married now. 20 years difference. And it's that storyline, you know. Who was it? The chick that's dating Zach Braff. Zach, the Scrubs guy. She's like 20-something years younger, you know. And I'm 46, so I look at women, and I like women too. Well, one specifically, I just don't know who she is yet. But I hold that space for one person. I don't just say, oh, I'll let you fit into that one space for today. Or you're cute enough, I'll let you. I feel like chasing sensations, you'll do for now. And all that stuff, all that shit has karma. It has karma. So a girl married, dude. And she made it in the locker room, man. She's giving haircuts to those freaking NFL players at the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, living the dream. He's a cop, dirty cop in Philadelphia. I bet he's retiring now because, you know, words out is that they're all scumbags, you know, most of them. Because even if you're one of the good cops, even if you're one of the good ones, you know, one of the good ones that are just, you know, just doing your job to help people, even if you're one of those truly, authentically in that heart space, you know who the fucking creeps are, and because that you allow them to exist, you are just as culpable. You should be held just as responsible. That's how it is in the military. It's how it is in the military law. If you know somebody's doing something wrong and you don't report, then you can get in trouble. But the thing is I reported on stuff all the time. But if you report it to the people that are doing the same things that you're reporting, they're not going to get themselves in trouble, so it just falls on deaf ears. I'm trying to tell people how life really is. All of these these organizations that they create, they're just to freaking it just freaking suck resources. I do appreciate Marge this morning, though, for making a point. And I want to know why they aren't talking in mainstream media. If people want to be grown-ups and talk about how grown-ups really act and behave and stuff like that, that Maxwell chick, that's Epstein's handler. She was the mastermind. I went down the anthole with her dad, you know, how he was suicided off his yacht, you know. Dude, these people don't freaking just die. They get died. Could happen to me, because I blam my mouth all the time. If I just quit doing videos one day and nobody here, you know, because and if anyone ever says that I've ever taken any of my alone, I'm here to say I have never in 46 years ever, even as a drunk, ever had the inclination, because I know the karma that is related to taking your own life. I know that karma. I know that, and I don't want that. So I would rather live hell on earth than ever take out my own life. That is those no lessons that I want to learn ever again by just being in pain, and I don't want to do it anymore, and it's not fun. Find the fucking fun. If I can't, I'm a creative, spiritual being. I create every day. If I can't come up with the mind capacity, the positive and negative to create, then that's my fault. I've lost my own spirit. So, people have handlers. People have, you know, people are escorted throughout their whole lives, up and down. I just really think it's weird that I can't get anybody to hear my story about my fight with the city, you know. It's because they know that they know they were wrong. Give me 20 grand, City of Salem. I'll be out. 20 grand, pain and suffering, last 3 years. I won't do no lawsuit, nothing like that. I just pay me for my woes. 20 grand, I'll just be freaking bounce out, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So who else is a creep? Who else is a creep? Galley Gates. Dude, look at freaking bozos. Yeah, algorithms. If you fuck up names, algorithms don't pick them up. Yeah, I'm in IT. I'm a pro. I know all the loops, holes, and this and that's, and why memes are funny and AI can't track them. Because AI don't got no personality. And that's why I hate spell check and predictive spelling, because you ain't ever going to know what I'm going to say next. AI. Ain't no person ever going to. That's why I don't got no friends. That's why nobody likes me. What she going to say? What she going to do? What do you mean, what am I going to do? I've never put my hand on another human being in violence or love without consent. That makes me think the people that are scared about what I'm going to do makes me think that they're scary people. Yeah, that's what it makes me think. They're scary. Yeah. So, people are waking up to the realization of who, and I like the ones that hear something I say, that get mad at something I say and immediately unsubscribe, knowing that you're not going to agree with 100% of anything anyone says. I don't agree with 100% of anyone says, because when you fall into that line of thinking, oh, this is absolutely true and nothing else can sway it, that is when the fanatic is born. I don't like the fanatic. The fanatic is unreasonable. The fanatic is in a headspace of its own, and it only outputs data. The fanatic doesn't input data. It doesn't consider things unless it feels good. And that is not a full spectrum person. A full spectrum person has to take on things even that don't feel good just to learn. I listen to freaking speakers all the time I can't freaking stand. I used to listen to that K-Pacha dude. He's just so freaking full of himself. Ho 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 ho. I mean, he was a teacher. So why you get to, live in freaking Central America, Oh, because you're an opportunist and you charge people too much for your ego, and then and even the spiritual are not being allowed to, they're being grounded, Who didn't think the guy was the creep? So the dream team is breaking up. That's why I don't align myself with any group either. Any political, religious, none of that. I ain't all for nothing, because especially groups that have people in charge of stuff, because you put people in charge and then they stay in charge, then the world becomes their own. That's why I believe in rotation of leadership. That's what this country was designed on, the idea of rotation of leadership. But the opportunists and the egomaniacal have set themselves, look at how long some of these, in IT, a duration of a life cycle of a job these days is like 3 years. 2-3 years. Then they go on to something else. It used to be that people stayed in jobs for 10, 15, 20, a career. That you started a position and you finished it. Now people just hop around all over the place. There's no longevity anymore because people can't sit still. They don't know how to calm themselves. And that is where the rational thought is found, is in the peace and quiet. And if they're just living lives because they've set up their lives that they just do everything they want, every little stupid thing their heart desires, they have no discipline. And that's when the ego runs rampant. It runs riot. The ego gets to the point that it's like, I don't care if it's right or wrong. If it feels good to me, I'm going to do it. And these freaking egomaniacals, men and women, both sides of the dirty coin, you don't fucking do, kids. There is no other rationale besides you just don't do it. And anybody that does, anybody that knows anybody that does, and that just gets they're just doing their job to keep it quiet, and they just have a family to take care of, and blah blah, all that lip service bullshit that people use to hide behind, I don't know, themselves, to say small. I don't know why people are cowards. I've never been one. That's not a vibrational frequency. I have a brother, he's one. I've seen him, I've worked with them. They're always the biggest and loudest and say that they're going to do the worst damage, and then you come back at them and they're like, oh God, don't hurt me. I'm going to piss myself. I'm so scared. I didn't mean it. Backpedaling motherfuckers. No, I don't subscribe. I wouldn't. That guy's a lech, man. He's the definition of a lech. He's a lech. He's one of those. It's like he had an idea of a girl, you know, of his relationship with girls when he was young, and then he got older, and his idea of what he still liked, you know, he ain't balanced. He an old man. Young girls, do young girls a favor and let your young girls be with women their age. You don't got to teach them nothing. Let them learn on their own, you freaking creepy creeper tins. And those are all the one. Let me do you a favor. Let me help. Let me be your teacher. It's all that stuff. It's all that. Let me help you. Let me gain your trust. I'm just here to help. Oh, look at my doe eye. You know, it's all that, and it's in women, and women do the same thing too. I've fallen for a pretty face and been freaking duped and taken advantage of, and I'll buy you whatever you want. You want to hang out with me? Absolutely. And then I stopped chasing sensation, and you'd be surprised. And then I stopped spending my money on other people to have them hang out with me and stuff like that. And then, I give my karma cookies away. That's a different deal all the way together. That's, when I do things for people, I do things for people as an energetic balance that I'm trying to maintain and keep in life, and people don't recognize that or respect that. And I had 2 contributors to the tube yesterday, and that is always, I need to take time to say thank you, and I appreciate your contribution to what I'm trying to do here. I don't care if people agree with me. I don't give a fuck if people agree with me or not. I don't care if people like me. I don't have any friends. It's just me and Mom in the world. And a guy I know in Nebraska, it's like a dad to me. That's all I got in the whole world, So this is my creative outlet, one of many that I have to distract me from my own thoughts of, like, Marge. My own thoughts that I get, like, Marge, you know why people don't like you. You know why. It's all your fault why people don't like you. You know how to read people. You can do everything you want to make everybody happy. And that's what I did. I did that for the first 40 years of my life. I tried to make people happy. And then it's the people that are attracted to me. No, I'm the little weakling. No, I'm the little people pleaser because of their opportunistic training. So they draw on me. And then they give nothing back. They give nothing, or they give crumbs back. They give just enough to keep me in the loop. And then I just give it all and give it all and give it all. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This ain't fun. Me doing all the me doing all the effort, me putting me driving there, it's just all been one-sided. So I stopped trying. And then I started doing these videos talking about my experience, strength, and hope, trying to recover, pass through all these pains, because that's, because people sit in their pain, they keep doing stuff that over and over to create that vibration of hurt. And I don't like that. I don't like pain. It doesn't feel good to me. I felt good in life. I've felt a lot. I've had a lot. My light and my love has definitely balanced out the darkness that I've seen. I just have seen more darkness and, like, had more life experience in the first part of my life than most people in their 60s and 70s now have ever had, because they just were given or chosen. I don't even know what the words to use as to how it's karma. It's how we lived in our past lives determines the direction of our life. And I really try not to do things that are just only good for me. And sometimes it's hard because I'm an Aries sun and I want to. I don't want to, sometimes I want a day for me, just me, I don't get those days because I'm a caregiver. And without a tribe. I'm a caregiver without a tribe. That's what it is. You know, I'm sure that there are people out there that are oh so willing to alleviate my duty of temporarily, but I guess they're just, you know, getting through their own shit to get here. You know, everybody wants to help people. I just see new organizations and new fleets of cars and trucks and stuff of we're here to help. We're here to help. You know, what is it? Buffett, Warren. Because I'm from Omaha, you know, so everybody knows Warren and all this shit, you know. And oh, he gives billions away. You know, all these philanthropists, they give billions. They give billions and billions of dollars away to people every day, every year, whatever, you know. And they all do it. They all do it. And I'm just like, how do I get some? Because I can't even go down and apply for a job anymore, and somebody look at me and say, you know what? Be a part of my team. You're welcome here because we like your ideology and the way you think. I can't find anybody with any substantial freaking anything to see that belief in me. So maybe this is a belief that I have in me that's not real. Maybe I have ideas of grandeur. Maybe I'm one of those that just think I'm oh so important, but I'm just not. I'm just not that important. It always comes back to that. Because we're all the same, so nobody's important. Nobody's important. We're all equal. We're supposed to be. If everybody's balanced in their ego and spirit. But people aren't. They don't even recognize that they got one. They don't even know that they have a spirit. That little voice. You know, most of the ones like, nah, fuck it, I'll do what I want anyway. Come here, bitch. You know that one? Why is this video private? This video is set to private. I just came back over. See, if the programmers pay programmers about $50,000 a year because that is about what they're worth. I just went back over to look at my live preview and it says this video is set to private. I did nothing to set my video to private. I did nothing to set this video to private. But it's set to private. That's the thing. It's like, I don't consent to this shit. I don't consent to any of this stuff. I don't consent to the life that people are fucking forcing down my face. You know? Like when my wireless goes to the unsecured network, I didn't tell it to go to connect to another network. I didn't tell it to do that. But there's things that say if this is the case, then make this happen, and people don't know this, and that's how you get fucking bugs and shit. That's how you get crap from going to a web page on an unsecured network. So you know, I make sure that my connection is set to secure. That is so freaking annoying. And it says here, I'm looking at my edit stream. It says that it's public. Unlisted, anyone with the link can view. Public, anyone can view and search. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to... That's so stupid. It did it the other day too. It did it the other day too. And I just quit the stream. I noticed it earlier and I just quit the stream and then started a new stream. So tech is glitchy, it's fallible because it's made by people, and people, well, people that don't know that they have a spirit just do their jobs because that's what they're just getting paid to do. I fucking hate every single person that says that shit to me. You aren't even a person as human being as far as I'm concerned. Every time I'm just doing my job. I'm just a little bitch. Let me bend over and let you put this freaking probe in my ass. That's all I hear. It's just, I'm just a bottom bitch. I'm never on top. I'm just always bottom. You got to switch it up a little bit, folks. Even in monogamy, you know. So, the moral of the story is chasing sensations gets you in trouble. Stay balanced in your energy. Don't ever think you're too big of a deal, because, you know, that's when the ideas about stuff really start getting twisted up. Try to find the humor in life, man. You got to. This whole weekend, I'm going out here in a little bit. I'm going to get up, get mom breakfast, go do my chores so I can just not go out and let the freaking world freaking combust on itself, man. I've been in the mix too long, and I'm going to take the lessons that I learned from all the times that my hot head got me in trouble, and I'm just going to stay out of it. I'm going to stay out of all of it. So, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.